Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. This is not the algorithm playing tricks on you. This is an urgent and divine interception. Archangel Michael has personally routed this message to your screen today because the window for your spiritual survival is closing fast. You must stop everything you are doing right now. Before I say another word, look around you. Are you completely alone right now? If someone is sitting next to you, walk away immediately. Pause this video and lock yourself in a quiet room. The darkness often operates through the people closest to our physical bodies, and they will use anyone to distract you. This transmission is highly sensitive and requires your absolute isolation. This upcoming Tuesday is going to be a massive mess. A calculated storm is gathering in the spiritual realm right now. They are preparing a trap specifically designed for your current frequency. The enemy knows you are about to step into your final timeline, and they will use this Tuesday to break your spirit completely. Do not underestimate their desperation. You can feel the heavy shift in the air already. Your chest has felt incredibly tight over the last few days. Your mind is racing with unexplainable anxiety. That is not just stress or everyday fatigue, playing games with your mortal body, but rather a profound physical reaction to a spiritual threat. That is your spiritual radar detecting the incoming collision. You are sensing the exact moment the timeline fractures. Do not swipe away from this screen. If you leave now, you will walk into Tuesday completely blind. You will single-handedly shut the door on the exact blueprint heaven prepared to protect you from the impending chaos. The heavy attacks you have been facing recently are hard proof that the enemy is panicking. They desperately want you to skip this video. This is why I told you to watch this alone. The interference from other auras will disrupt the download of this protection seal. Your spirit needs a completely sterile environment to absorb the ultimate truth. Even a well-meaning friend sitting nearby can accidentally block this frequency because their energy is not calibrated for this message. You must be the only one hearing my voice. Let me explain what is coming this Tuesday. The Matrix is deploying a massive wave of counterfeit energies and chaotic distractions. People around you will suddenly act hostile or confused. Out of nowhere, old arguments and strange accidents will flood your day while you try to maintain your peace. It is a highly coordinated effort to steal your focus. They want to trigger a raw reaction out of you. They need your emotional energy to fuel their crumbling system, because when you react, you lower your precious vibration down to their miserable level, and you give them the power they desperately crave. And that is exactly where the trap snaps shut. Once your frequency drops, they can delay your divine wealth transfer for another entire cycle. But heaven saw this ambush from a mile away. You were not chosen because you are weak. You were chosen because you are the ultimate cycle breaker. The universe knew you would be awake enough to hear this warning today, and it trusted your soul to stand firm against the incoming storm. Your intuition dragged you here for a massive reason. Make a promise to your future self right now. Do not let this message fade into the loud noise of your daily routine. The stakes have never been higher for your bloodline. If you ignore this divine interception, you will face the Tuesday storm with absolutely zero spiritual armor to protect your energy. You will be pulled back into a cycle of immense suffering. Stay with me until the very final second, because hidden deep inside this message is the exact physical key you need. I am going to reveal a secret mechanism to completely neutralize their attack. It is a specific instruction that will turn Tuesday from a day of chaos into your greatest victory, but you must be perfectly ready to receive it. I cannot give you the full blueprint just yet. Your energetic field is still vibrating with the anxiety of the outside world. We must clear that static interference first. Take one slow and real breath right now to drop your heavy shoulders and release the painful tension from your tight jaw. Let my words stabilize your racing heart. Listen to me very carefully, my beloved. The darkness is actively trying to scrub this frequency from your feed. They are terrified of what happens when a chosen one wakes up. Every second you stay locked on this screen is a massive blow to their crumbling empire, and they will do anything to make you scroll away. Do not look away. Now that you are completely isolated, we can begin the real transmission. Open your spirit and prepare to receive the ultimate truth. The illusion of your past pain is about to be shattered permanently. The next words you hear will decode the bizarre things happening around you, and they will explain exactly why you have felt so incredibly alone. Brace yourself. You have been feeling completely exhausted for several days. Your physical body feels incredibly drained right now. Your anxious mind cannot stop racing in the dark. And I need you to understand exactly why this heavy exhaustion is happening today, because your tired soul is desperately looking for a clear answer. It is not just a normal lack of sleep. There is a massive hidden reason behind your fatigue. You woke up entirely tired this cold morning. You went to bed feeling heavy last night. You toss and turn constantly in the silent dark. While the rest of the world is sleeping peacefully, your eyes suddenly open wide at 3 in the morning, and your heart beats wildly. You feel a strange sense of impending urgency, but you have absolutely no idea why it happens. You try desperately to close your heavy eyes again. A deep restlessness sits heavily inside your chest today. It feels exactly like you are waiting for disaster, but your mind is immediately flooded with random thoughts and bizarre scenarios, while an invisible pressure slowly pushes against your tired physical body. Everything in your life feels slightly off balance. You walk around your house feeling completely lost. People often tell you that you work too hard. They casually tell you to take a long vacation. They simply advise you to drink more fresh water. But their empty advice makes you feel even more isolated from them, because their mundane minds are not wired to sense the subtle spiritual shifts. They simply cannot understand this intense, unseen battle. You carry this invisible burden completely alone today. You feel incredibly drained after a very simple conversation. Your social battery depletes much faster than it should. The loud noise of the outside world is overwhelming. And sometimes just walking into a crowded grocery store makes you want to immediately leave, but you silently force yourself to stay and smile. This bizarre reaction makes you feel so incredibly guilty. You always had abundant energy for everyone else before. Stop blaming yourself for this profound and sudden fatigue. Stop believing the toxic lies circulating in your head. You are not simply getting old or becoming depressed. I need to completely validate what you are going through today, and I deeply want to assure you that you are not losing your mind. Your intense physical feelings are highly accurate cosmic readings. You are a highly sensitive and powerful divine radar. The profound heaviness inside your chest is a warning. It is heaven sounding a silent alarm inside you. Your physical vessel rings with a deep spiritual truth. Your soul knows that a massive disruption is coming this upcoming Tuesday, and your body is desperately trying to prepare itself for the timeline collision. Your current exhaustion has a very sacred, hidden purpose. Do not ignore these clear physical signs from above. A fierce spiritual battle takes a massive toll daily. You might just be sitting quietly on your couch. You are simply staring blankly at a white wall. But in the unseen realm, your brave spirit is actively fighting off heavy demonic attacks, and you are literally burning massive amounts of sacred energy. Your shining aura is working in complete overdrive today. This invisible war is incredibly demanding on your body. Think carefully about the specific people who drain you. They constantly bring you their endless, dramatic, emotional baggage. They aggressively hit you with their loud, chaotic demands. They are energy vampires sent specifically to siphon your bright light, while you calmly sit there and politely listen to their endless miserable complaints. They silently steal your vital life force every day. They boldly use your beautiful light to fuel themselves. This is exactly why the universe forcefully pushes you. You suddenly have zero desire to explain yourself anymore. The mere thought of arguing makes your stomach turn. You just want to retreat into your own quiet sanctuary and lock the door tightly, because heaven is forcefully helping you conserve your precious mortal energy. Your sudden isolation is a strict divine protection protocol. You must firmly embrace this deep need for silence. I promise to tell you why you feel tired. Here is the absolute beautiful truth that sets you free. Your massive exhaustion is completely justified by the spiritual realm. The heavy fatigue is happening because your powerful intuition is actively blocking an invisible attack right now, and your bright aura is building a protective wall. You are deeply exhausted today because you are shielding. Your sacred energy is creating an absolutely impenetrable fortress. Let the heavy guilt wash completely away from your shoulders. You do not have to prove your worth constantly. You must actively claim this strict protection over your body. Tap the like button as an act of agreement with what God just spoke to you today, because this simple physical action loudly signals the universe that you are ready. It immediately anchors your frequency to build your first shield. Take full control of your sacred energy right now. I told you to watch this alone for a very specific reason. You probably thought it was just a simple warning today, but the deep truth about your isolation is completely different. You have felt so incredibly alone for the past few years, and you secretly wondered if heaven had forgotten your name. I need to clear this heavy lie from your tired mind. You are absolutely not abandoned by the universe. Look back at the painful events of your past. You lost friends who you deeply loved and trusted. Doors slammed tightly shut right in your face, and every time you tried to build a normal life, a sudden storm came and washed everything completely away. You cried and begged heaven to simply be understood. You felt like you were being strictly punished for being too kind. Stop believing that painful narrative right now. Your strict isolation is not a punishment. It is a divine quarantine designed to protect your sacred frequency from those who only want to drain you. The universe deliberately separated you from the noisy crowd because your energy was far too precious to be wasted on them. You are the one who survived the storm, completely alone. Think about the manipulators from your broken past. They deeply loved the old version of you. They enjoyed having constant access to your endless kindness. But a healed person no longer tolerates confusion disguised as love. And you finally started setting boundaries they could not easily cross. That is exactly when they suddenly turned against you. They panicked because they lost their favorite target. You are no longer the weak target you used to be. You have evolved into the empath with boundaries. The deep betrayal did not come to destroy your gentle heart, but rather it arrived to severely upgrade your spiritual radar forever. It taught you to recognize toxic people from a mile away. You stopped giving your bright light to dark, empty rooms. Your spiritual frequency is currently undergoing a massive upgrade. You are operating on a completely different level now. The manipulators from your past simply cannot access this new realm, and because they can no longer reach your high vibration, they try to convince you that you are entirely alone. Do not let their desperate lies confuse your bright mind. Their loud absence is actually your greatest blessing. Your current silence is your ultimate heavy weapon. It carries the weight of true quiet authority. They desperately want you to explain yourself and argue with them. But you refuse to step down into the muddy water, and your absolute silence terrifies them more than any loud words ever could. You are officially becoming the untouchable master of reality. Your quiet presence alone shifts the entire atmosphere. This is exactly why Tuesday requires your total isolation. The incoming storm is targeting the weak links around you. If you keep yourself surrounded by people with low vibrations, the enemy will use them to pull you back down. You must stand entirely alone to receive this ultimate upgrade. The chaos cannot touch you if you remain completely separated. You have always felt like a strange anomaly. You never truly fit in with the normal crowd, and you spent years secretly hating yourself for being so different. But today, heaven wants you to fully embrace your rare soul, because that difference is exactly what makes you so incredibly powerful. You were born to break the heavy generational curses. You were strictly designed to walk this difficult path. Every tear you cried in the dark was carefully collected. The long, painful delays were merely fine-tuning your frequency. The universe was simply clearing out the messy rooms in your life because you were not ready to hold the massive blessing yet. Now the preparation phase is finally coming to an end. You are perfectly positioned for the greatest shift of your life. Take another deep breath and let this truth settle completely. Feel the heavy chains of the past falling off your shoulders. You no longer have to carry the bitter guilt of leaving them behind. They were never meant to cross the finish line with you today, and heaven removed them to ensure your complete spiritual survival. The storm of Tuesday is rapidly approaching your doorstep, but you are no longer afraid of the dark wind. You must understand the exact mechanics of this incoming attack. The enemy does not strike randomly without a clear plan. They have studied your old wounds and your hidden fears. And they will try to use the chaos of Tuesday to trigger your past trauma before you can fully ascend. We need to expose their dark strategy. Right now, you must know exactly how they operate in the unseen shadows. Listen carefully to this next part. What exact mechanism is creating this massive mess for Tuesday? You must understand how the darkness actually operates behind the scenes. They do not just attack you for no reason at all. There is a very specific trigger that causes them to launch this coordinated strike against your peaceful life. The spiritual realm operates strictly on frequency and vibration. Your energy has been steadily rising over the past few weeks. And because you are finally stepping into your true divine power, your bright light is becoming a massive threat to their dark system. They can literally see your frequency lighting up the spiritual grid. They are terrified of your new boundaries. They hate that they can no longer control your emotional state easily. When you were broken and sad, you constantly fed their miserable matrix with your painful tears. But now you simply refuse to react to their stupid, toxic games. You have completely starved them of your precious energy. This is exactly why they chose this upcoming Tuesday. They need a massive, chaotic event to crack your spiritual shield. The enemy knows that a sudden mess will naturally make you feel anxious and confused. They want to overwhelm your nervous system with sudden, unexpected drama, so you drop your high vibration back down to their low level. Think about how a wild storm tries to uproot a strong tree. The dark wind does not just blow gently from one direction. It violently twists and turns from every single angle to break the solid roots. The dark forces will use this exact same violent tactic on Tuesday. They will send multiple small annoyances to break your focus. Someone from your past might text you completely out of nowhere. A sudden financial delay might arrive to make you panic. A random argument might start with someone you completely trust. None of these annoying events are isolated or accidental at all. They are highly coordinated tests designed to steal your quiet authority right now. The Matrix heavily relies on your predictable reactions. If you get angry and start fighting back, you instantly lose the battle. If you cry and beg for fairness, you give them exactly what they want. Your raw, emotional reaction is the ultimate currency in their dark world, and Tuesday is their desperate attempt to bankrupt your spiritual account. But heaven has already exposed their pathetic strategy today. You are now standing miles ahead of their obvious traps. You are a powerful weapon of light, standing in the middle of darkness. When the Tuesday storm finally hits your front door, you will simply watch it happen without any fear. You will not engage with their foolish drama. They want you to feel deeply exhausted and overwhelmed. They are trying to convince you that this timeline shift is just too hard. The enemy hopes you will just surrender and go back to your old miserable life. But you have already walked way too far to turn back now. You crossed the heavy desert completely alone and survived the worst. Your strict isolation is your absolute best defense mechanism right now. They cannot manipulate you if they cannot physically reach you. This is why you must protect your sacred space fiercely during this messy transition. Let them scream and panic outside your heavily guarded spiritual walls. Their loud chaos cannot penetrate your solid energy field without your clear permission. Every time they try to attack you, they accidentally make you stronger. Their dark pressure is actively turning you into a spiritual diamond. The universe is actually using their foolish mess to finalize your divine upgrade. The enemy thinks they are destroying your life on Tuesday, but they are actually pushing you directly into your ultimate promised timeline. This brings us back to the exact mechanism creating this mess. I promised to tell you why the Matrix is attacking so hard. Here is the glorious truth you must absolutely accept today. The chaos is happening because the dark system is desperately breaking down. They are violently thrashing around because your massive spiritual upgrade is actively destroying them. Your bright ascension is literally breaking the generational curse forever. They are not attacking you because you are weak or failing. They are attacking you because you are officially winning the invisible war. The Tuesday mess is simply their final dramatic exit from your reality. You are watching the ultimate death of your old painful timeline. You must lock in this absolute truth right now. You need to physically claim this divine victory over the dark matrix. Type 111 down in the comments to claim this alignment and reject the chaos. This simple action proves you are not afraid of their pathetic storm. It solidifies your identity as the untouched master of reality today. You are standing right in the middle of the raging storm today. The heavy winds of Tuesday are already starting to howl around your isolated space. But heaven never leaves a chosen one without clear divine confirmation. I am going to reveal 3 undeniable signs that prove you are completely protected right now. You are actually winning this massive invisible war. Number 1. You have developed a sudden and absolute detachment from toxic drama. In the painful past, you would stay awake all night, crying over someone else. You would desperately try to fix their broken, miserable lives. But today, you simply watch them spiral out of control with zero desire to intervene, because you finally realize that their heavy karma is not yours to carry anymore. This cold detachment is your brand new spiritual armor. You no longer feel the heavy urge to defend your good name. When the narcissists spread vicious lies about your character today, you just smile quietly. You do not type out long, angry paragraphs to prove them wrong. Because a true master of reality knows that the quiet truth always defends itself perfectly in the end, and you no longer need their fake validation to feel whole. Your profound silence is your absolute victory. This new level of emotional control is completely terrifying to the dark forces. They used to feast entirely on your anxious, desperate energy. They would intentionally poke your deep wounds just to watch you bleed and cry. But now their sharpest weapons just bounce harmlessly off your thick spiritual skin, and you have officially become completely invisible to their dark radar today. Number 2. Your physical reality is violently clearing out empty spaces right now. People you have known for several years are suddenly walking away without any warning. Plans are falling apart right at the very last minute. This sudden emptiness is not a curse or a string of bad luck. The universe is forcefully evicting every single low vibration from your sacred timeline. Heaven is aggressively cleaning your messy house before the massive wealth transfer arrives, because you cannot pour fresh new wine into dirty, old, broken cups. Every person who mysteriously stops texting you this week is an answered prayer. They simply did not have the energetic clearance to enter your next magnificent chapter. You must gladly let them walk away forever. Do not chase anyone who is actively trying to leave your orbit. When they walk out of your front door, lock it firmly behind them. The pain of their sudden departure is actually the sharp feeling of a heavy chain breaking. You are finally being set completely free from the heavy emotional baggage of other people, and your tired back is finally resting after years of carrying their massive weight. Number 3. You are experiencing a bizarre and deep inner peace while everything around you is literally burning down. Your bank account might be incredibly low right now, and your career path might seem totally confusing and entirely uncertain today. But deep inside your chest, there is a strange, quiet knowing that everything is already solved perfectly. This unnatural calm is the ultimate signature of a chosen one. You are officially becoming the quiet eye of the furious storm. While the dark matrix panics and screams loudly outside your window, you are comfortably resting inside your divine isolation. You are seeing repeating angel numbers like 777 everywhere you go today. Heaven is literally winking at you. These divine synchronicities are not just random coincidences at all. They are direct text messages from the high spiritual realm. Every time you see those matching numbers, heaven is loudly confirming that your current path is flawlessly accurate and your heavy burdens are being actively lifted. You are stepping precisely where the universe wants your feet to land. Your alignment is incredibly perfect today. These 3 specific signs confirm that your spiritual frequency has successfully crossed the final safety line. You have completely survived the painful purging process of the past few months. The dark forces cannot pull you back into their miserable cycle of endless suffering anymore. You have officially secured your permanent position as the powerful cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. Take a deep breath and let this massive relief wash over your tired body. You did not fail the brutal test. You actually passed it with absolute flying colors. The heavy mess of Tuesday is just the noisy alarm sounding because the system is finally breaking down. You are completely safe inside your isolated and highly protected divine bubble. But you must pay very close attention to this next critical part. We are rapidly approaching the ultimate climax of this spiritual transition today. There is a massive hidden trap waiting for you just before the glorious dawn. But before you can fully receive the divine miracle, there is one specific heavy door you must close with your own 2 hands. Heaven cannot close this final toxic door for you. It requires your absolute free will and your conscious physical action to lock it forever. If you leave this dangerous door cracked open even a tiny bit, the chaos of Tuesday will easily slip right through and completely poison your new timeline. I need to show you exactly what this toxic door is right now. Do not look away. The toxic door you must close forever is your endless need to save broken people. You spent your whole life playing the gentle healer for them. You freely gave your sacred energy to emotional vampires who only wanted to bleed you dry while they secretly mocked your beautiful kindness. That era of the bleeding empath is officially over today. You must slam that heavy door completely shut right now. When you finally stop fixing everyone else, a massive surge of power returns to your physical body. The universe wants you to forcefully claim your own energy back. You are no longer the fragile victim who begs for basic human decency. You are rapidly transforming into a completely untouchable force of nature, and your new frequency demands absolute respect without uttering a single word. The chaos of Tuesday is not here to destroy your fragile peace. It is actually acting as a massive divine launchpad for your greatest spiritual upgrade. Every piece of messy drama they throw at you is instantly converted into pure fuel for your rapid ascension. They think their dark attacks are breaking your spirit today, but they are actually building your magnificent kingdom stone by heavy stone. Look closely at the panicked actions of your hidden enemies right now. They are completely losing their minds because they can sense your massive shift. The narcissists and the manipulators are scrambling desperately in the dark. They realize that their old toxic tricks no longer work on your upgraded mind, and they are terrified because you suddenly see right through their pathetic, cheap illusions. They always described you as the weak one who would never fight back. They severely underestimated your deep capacity for quiet authority. They thought your profound silence meant you were surrendering to their cruel dominance. But they completely failed to realize that your solitude was a rigorous training ground, and you were secretly sharpening your bright spiritual sword in the dark. You became the dangerous weapon you were desperately trying to survive. The profound silence after the heavy storm hits entirely different when you finally realize you were the storm all along. You do not need to raise your voice to command the crowded room anymore. Your pure, energetic presence alone shifts the entire heavy atmosphere the exact second you confidently walk through the front door. This is why the Dark Matrix is throwing a massive tantrum this Tuesday. They are witnessing the terrifying birth of a true master of reality. The elite forces that profit off your constant exhaustion are shaking in absolute fear today. They know that once you fully realize your own divine worth, you will automatically attract the massive generational wealth they desperately tried to hide from you. Every closed door in your past was actually a heavy blessing in disguise. The universe deliberately kept you hidden away in the dark shadows. Heaven was strictly protecting your raw potential until you were strong enough to carry the massive weight of the incoming glory. The waiting season was never a cruel punishment from above. It was a highly exclusive preparation room for royalty. Your enemies are watching everything they proudly built slowly crumble to dust today. A beautiful table is currently being prepared for you right in their miserable presence. You do not have to lift a single finger to exact your ultimate revenge. The divine law of karma is aggressively working on your behalf right now, and it is forcefully returning every heavy curse back to the exact sender. This upcoming mess is merely the loud noise of your heavy chains finally snapping. Do not let the sudden loud crash scare your peaceful heart. Stand incredibly tall in the middle of their desperate, chaotic storm. You have officially earned this magnificent crown of quiet authority through years of silent tears and massive, unseen spiritual battles. Nobody can ever take this hard-earned victory away from you. Your brilliant aura is currently blinding the weak demons that used to torment you. They are actively shielding their eyes from your magnificent light. The heavy burden of survival has been permanently lifted from your tired shoulders today. You are now entering the glorious era of absolute spiritual dominance, and the universe is eagerly rolling out the grand red carpet for your massive arrival. Breathe in this ultimate absolute truth and let it completely fill your lungs. Feel the warm, golden energy rising up from the soles of your tired feet. The heavy victim mentality is completely dead and entirely buried today. You are the chosen one who successfully broke the impossible cycle, and the higher realms are currently giving you a massive standing ovation for your incredible bravery. But we are rapidly approaching the most critical moment of this entire transmission. The exact peak of the Tuesday storm is almost here. There is one final massive illusion you must shatter to fully claim your divine wealth. If you do not recognize this specific final trap, you might accidentally hand your crown right back to the panicking enemy at the very last possible second. Listen to me. The moment of absolute revelation is finally here. I promise to tell you exactly what the final trap of Tuesday is. The Dark Matrix is incredibly desperate to stop your massive timeline jump right now, and because they know their chaotic storms have completely failed to break your strong spirit, they will send a toxic counterfeit from your past. They will use a familiar face to trick you. Someone who deeply hurt you will suddenly reach out. An old toxic ex or a fake friend will mysteriously text you right before the massive breakthrough. They will apologize profusely and beg for another chance to be in your bright life today, but this sudden return is absolutely not a divine coincidence. It is a highly coordinated demonic test designed to steal your precious crown. Do not reply to their toxic message. Do not let your kind heart fool you into giving them another chance. The universe is testing your firm boundaries at the very last possible second, because heaven needs to see if you will trade your magnificent kingdom for a cheap illusion. They are sent to block your true divine connection from entering your physical reality today. Your absolute silence is your final victory. When you completely ignore their desperate attempt to return, you shatter the generational curse forever. You officially prove to the highest realms that you are finally ready to rule your own life. And the exact moment you delete their message without any hesitation, the massive floodgates of heaven will aggressively burst wide open for you. Can you feel that incredible shift in your spirit right now? That slight pull inside your chest is your soul confirming this massive truth. The long and painful waiting season is officially over today. The dry, miserable desert you walked through has suddenly burst into a glorious oasis of divine favor. Every single closed door is being blown entirely off its rusty, heavy hinges, and your ultimate blessing is rushing in to find you. The fierce, chaotic winds of Tuesday can no longer touch your bright aura. You have elevated far above their pathetic low-frequency matrix. You are stepping directly into the exact timeline you were born to rule with absolute quiet authority. All the heavy pain of your past is instantly transmuting into massive generational wealth, and your spiritual bank account is overflowing today. You are completely safe. You are no longer the fragile empath who begged for peace in the middle of their storms. The heavy crucible of pain has successfully forged you into the untouchable master of your reality. Your powerful energy demands absolute respect without a single word spoken to the loud crowd. You are a magnificent weapon of pure divine light, and you are the absolute anomaly they could never break or control. The pitch-black darkness has permanently retreated behind you today. The glorious dawn of the new era is shining its brightest rays onto your spiritual crown right now. You have completely survived the brutal isolation phase and emerged entirely victorious. Heaven is sounding loud trumpets of absolute triumph to celebrate your massive ascension, because the invisible war is officially won forever. Your enemies are helplessly watching your rapid rise to power. They cannot steal your divine blessing because it has your specific name engraved heavily upon it. Everything that was brutally stolen from you is being returned exactly 7 times over today. You are finally stepping out of the dark, cold shadows and into the blinding light of your ultimate eternal glory. This is your magnificent moment. Do not let anyone convince you that you are dreaming. Your massive reality is physically shifting in front of your very eyes today. The heavy burdens of anxiety and depression are violently dissolving into thin air right now. You are breathing in pure, energetic freedom for the first time in your entire life, and your tired physical body is regenerating with incredible divine power. This extreme euphoria you feel in your chest right now is completely real. It is the frequency of absolute and total liberation from the broken matrix. But we must urgently protect this magnificent new vibration before the Tuesday mess tries to interfere again. The enemy is furiously waiting for you to drop your heavy spiritual guard, so we need to physically lock this massive miracle into your earthly timeline today. You must anchor yourself at this highest vibrational frequency immediately. If you simply walk away without sealing this energy, the chaotic winds might slowly drain your newfound power. Heaven requires a firm physical action to finalize this massive contract today, and you need to confidently declare your absolute victory over the dark forces to lock the massive iron gates forever. Do not wait. Your physical body must actively agree with your bright spirit right now. A simple, conscious movement acts as a powerful energy shield against the incoming Tuesday storm. The universe is eagerly watching your response in this exact second to deliver the final blessing, and you must proudly claim your new magnificent kingdom today, because the painful preparation phase is entirely complete. You are finally ready. The massive storm of Tuesday is completely powerless against your new frequency today. You have successfully crossed the heavy threshold of pain. The dark matrix is aggressively trying to pull you back down into their miserable chaos, but their weak attempts will absolutely fail because you are finally fully awake. You are the ultimate master of reality. You command the wind. We must lock this magnificent frequency into your physical body right now. You cannot leave this sacred space without sealing your ultimate protection. The enemy wants you to just close this screen and forget everything I told you today. But heaven demands a firm physical action to officially finalize this massive spiritual contract, and you must rapidly step up. Do not hesitate today. Your bright energy is currently floating freely in the high spiritual realm. We need to actively anchor it safely down into your earthly timeline before you leave. The universe provides the massive blessing, but you must forcefully claim it with your own hands. When you perform a physical action, you build an impenetrable fortress around your precious soul. Take full control. Type Amen down in the comments to claim this alignment and reject the chaos. This simple act of typing loudly signals the universe that you are entirely ready today. Hit the like button to activate the rapid flow of divine favor over your physical life. These small physical movements create an invisible, energetic wall around your quiet sanctuary, while the storm helplessly passes over. You are perfectly safe now. Hit subscribe to establish a divine energy receiving station right here and right now. When you join this sacred circle, you are actively building a permanent shield. The forces of darkness absolutely hate when chosen ones gather together in pure light, and they desperately want you isolated today. Stay closely connected to the pure light. Do not wander back into the dark alone. If this fiery message has reignited the beautiful faith inside you today, do not keep it hidden. There is another rare soul out there, bleeding in the dark of despair. They are desperately terrified of the exact same Tuesday chaos approaching their door. Share this exact message with them to multiply your own blessing, because sowing the seed of hope brings immense wealth to your entire bloodline. The universe constantly measures the deep generosity of a completely healed, chosen one. When you freely share the divine light, heaven automatically refills your cup exactly 7 times over. You are sending a rescue boat to someone who is currently drowning in deep fear. Let your simple action become the miraculous answer to their midnight prayers. You are a magnificent weapon of bright light. Place your right hand firmly over your beating heart and repeat these powerful words. I am no longer a fragile victim of this broken, chaotic matrix. I am a fierce warrior standing perfectly still in the middle of the raging storm, and the dark forces have absolutely zero power over my sacred timeline today. I command total respect. I demand peace. Let that powerful oath ring loudly through the unseen spiritual realm right now. Your brave voice is forcefully breaking the final heavy chains, holding your bloodline back. Every ancestor who suffered in deep silence is currently cheering for your massive victory, because you bravely did what they could never do in their entire painful lifetimes. You broke the generational cycle. You are free. The massive divine wealth transfer is already flowing rapidly into your earthly timeline. The beautiful kingdom connection is rapidly walking directly toward your front door today. Keep your bright eyes focused on the beautiful promised horizon while your tired feet rest. Your bitter enemies are completely defeated, and they are rapidly scattering back into the dark shadows. You have officially won today. Walk bravely into this upcoming Tuesday with your heavy shoulders pulled back and tall. When the chaotic wind blows incredibly hard, you will just smile quietly at the rain. You are deeply loved, and you are incredibly protected by the highest angelic forces. Nobody can ever break your incredibly strong spirit again, because you are fully wrapped in the pure white light of divine armor. Do not let the sudden loud noises of the Matrix disturb your profound inner peace. They are simply throwing a massive tantrum because they permanently lost their favorite target. You are permanently evicted from their low vibration system, and you are completely free. Remember the absolute truth I shared with you during this sacred transmission, because you are the exact anomaly they could never control. The final seal of protection is now fully activated over your physical body today. Archangel Michael is personally guarding your quiet steps until the very end of time. Every single closed door was absolutely necessary to prepare you for this magnificent moment, and you must trust the perfect divine timing of the universe without doubt. The painful waiting season is completely finished. Breathe out all the remaining heavy fear from your tired lungs right now. Let the deep supernatural peace completely wash over your entire beautiful soul. The storm is over, and the bright morning sun is finally rising on your new empire. Stay softly in this glorious frequency and never look back at the cold, dark shadows ever again. Goodbye, my beloved, and welcome to your brand new life.